Women of nowadays, most
Mm-hmm.
of them, they are like, oh, my love language is receiving gifts. If you
Mm-hmm.
can't buy me gifts, clear. If you cannot get me a gift, I beg.
Mm-hmm.
But most times, that's not even their love language. But
Yeah,
because
that's true.
everybody wants to, oh, my man got me this, they want to show off and all of
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So they say receiving gifts is their love language.
Okay.
Then the least for me is words of affirmation, and that's because you men are liars. Me, I don't know, I would not really advise you having like a friends with benefit or having like another person. I'll just advise when you're honey, just carry babe, just pay her and do your
It's
thing.
almost the same.
No, it's not the same. Oh.
Fix too.
No.
Oh.
No, women are meant to be taken care of.
Mm.
They're meant to be
Okay,
pampered.
okay.
You have them coming over
Yeah.
or something. You can just tell me like, oh, babe, one of them might come over. Don't worry.
Ah, are you sure?
I cannot. I cannot. I just
You
thought
see,
about it.
that statement. I just like pictured it.
No, don't tell
How what's
me.
up, babe?
Don't tell me.
One of the girls. Hello, Lagos. Hello, Nigeria. Hello, Africa. Hello, world. Welcome to another exciting episode of your favorite podcast, Live with Cleanse. My name is Affirmation Clement. You can call me Cleanse. And today, the first season begins. The first season and the first episode. And what we're going to be talking about today is love language. I have a guest with me here, someone who has come around before on a Live with Cleanse, but it was during the audio season. Her name is Ummulkhaire. Meet Ummulkhaire, guys. So today our conversation is around love language. We have loads of things we want to talk about, but we're going to start with something interesting. So guys, stay with us. This is Live with Cleanse. It's actually very nice to have you on the video podcast. I remember I said something about wanting to have you on a video podcast when it starts. I didn't even know it was going to start this early, but it's actually very exciting to have you on set here today.
Thank you.
So,
my pleasure.
You're welcome. You're welcome
Thank
again.
you.
So, the topic for today is something I wouldn't say complicated, but I think it's something not spoken of as much as I feel like it should be spoken about.
Okay.
Do you get the whole idea of love language, how people say it? Like, technically, if you ask, I wouldn't say a random girl, but there was someone I asked randomly what their love language was, and then she was like, money, if you have money, everything is set. Do you get? So I think that's a misconception of what it is precisely.
Okay.
But to you, how would you describe love language to someone who doesn't have any idea what it is?
I would say love language is like the language that you speak. You know, most people think love language is how they want to be loved or how they want to receive love. But actually, love language is what you speak, like what you speak, how you show someone that you love the person.
Yeah.
That's your love language. And how the person receives the love, that's their own love language.
Okay, so, yeah, that makes sense. So how you show
and
how the person
receives it,
then how the person shows back to you, and how you receive it.
Yeah.
So for you as a person, have you had any kind of maybe experience when you were trying to like keep a balance in that communication? Someone understanding your language and you understanding theirs?
Most times, for like my own point of view,
nah,
I haven't. Like, it's usually we always have like different love languages, but like with time we try to just work it out. Like, okay, my babe likes this, oh, my babe likes this, let me do this for my babe, let me do that for my babe.
Okay, there's a popular saying about this particular love language, gifting, being a love language, and in the Nigerian dating system now, it tends to be something one-sided. I don't know if you'd agree with me on that, but it tends to be something one-sided where girls expect to receive more and guys are not on the receiving end at most times. Me as a guy, I've been on the receiving end many times in my life, so I know what it's like. But I've heard and seen guys who say things like, what would a girl want to give me? Like, girls even come online sometimes to talk about things like that. Like, I don't know what to give my boyfriend. His birthday is coming up. Today's International Men's Day. Yeah, you get things like that. So, what do you think about the dating system and that particular love language, gifting? I know we have others though. We're going to talk about them, but for now, gifting. What do you think about the dating system and how women approach it? Me saying women, now people think I'm attacking women, but that's not it. I'm not attacking women. It's just an observation.
I understand what you're saying, because women of nowadays, most of them, they are like, oh, my love language is receiving gifts. If you can't buy me gifts, clear. if you cannot get me a gift, I beg. But most times that's not even their love language. But because everybody wants to, oh, my man got me this, they want to show off and all of that. So they say receiving gifts is their love language. But me, I would say for like ladies, the girls now, ladies now that get gifts for their men, it's very obvious that they take gifting as a serious thing. Like it's their love language. That's why they want to gift their men things. And most times these men, they don't even care about like the gift. Like they don't even just speak their love language. Most of them, most men, their love language is not even the gift.
These men don't really care about the gifts.
Yeah, most times.
Well, for me as a guy, I know. I wouldn't want to speak for others, but for me as a guy, I do care. No matter how small a gift can be, I appreciate it, and I think there are other men out there who really enjoy or love the whole part of receiving gifts. Like for me, you could buy me a bracelet, a ring, you could buy me a slippers. And I'm this kind of person that is very territorial when it comes to my things. As long as you make that thing my own, like you're giving me, I take it so seriously. Like I don't want anyone else to have it. Do you get? So when it comes to if I bought it myself, that's a different thing entirely. But someone giving it to me, I know. So I'm just trying to like let you know there are men like me that actually take it seriously. No matter how small or big it is. You give me a gift, I cherish it so much. Like for as long as I can use it or have it.
Then that means you to gift.
Yeah. No, that's the issue. I'm not very big on gifting. Like for women now. When I'm in a relationship and I want to, for instance, buy you a dress. I have a problem with knowing women's sizes. You can tell me you're a size 8, a size 6, but when I get to a store or I see it online, I don't know if the dress is good until I see it on your body or someone else's body that has maybe a similar figure as yours. Do you get? So that's for dresses. Another thing is when it comes to shoes, I'm talking about wears now. It's also difficult. So I'll be like, okay, this thing looks fine the way I'm seeing it. Is it going to actually look fine when this person wears it? But sometimes I just like, another thing is, I've had experience of buying something for a woman and they'll come like, how much did you get it? One time, I made a mistake by saying, this is how much I got it. And she was like, what buy? Do you get that? I don't like to. So most times I was just like, this thing, I say, do you have a vendor that sells it? Do you have someone? How much is it? I'll pay. But that is not actually the gifting. Do you get? So that's not the language. Like if a woman's love language is gifting, that is not how to properly speak it. Because I am not actually getting the gift. I'm paying for her to get it. So there's a difference in it.
It still doesn't mean to some ladies, like as far as you're getting them something.
For you, would you be comfortable with that?
I think I would prefer you tell me what you want to buy me because
you might not like it.
Yes.
Exactly. That's the point. Women are very easy to please. Let me not say something else. Do you get? So we have other love languages now. So there is physical touch.
Yeah.
Apart from the gifting we mentioned. And there are others as well. Could you like maybe
there's acts of service, physical touch, quality time, receiving gifts, and words of affirmation.
Okay, so before we go into others, I would like to ask one question.
Okay.
Communication has never really been mentioned before. So is it like it's around or it's non-negotiable or it's involved in each?
Yeah,
or it's separate?
Communication is involved in each, but like there's a part of quality time that mainly emphasized on communication. Yeah, like quality interaction. That's like the dialect on that quality time.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So because I've been wondering, I've seen so many people talk about it. I've read quite a number of articles, and I've never really seen where they maybe put communication aside. But I read one where they actually like mentioned it as a part of like the others.
Language, yeah.
Do you get? Okay, yeah. So for you, I don't want this to come off personal.
Okay.
But for you, if you were to talk about the love languages that you speak and your most preferred, how would you like rank them?
I think the love language I speak the most, and like I should explain from my most preferred to my least preferred. Okay, my love language is act of service. So to me, that's like the best. So I would say act of service, and I would say quality time. Then receiving gifts. Then physical touch. Then the least for me is words of affirmation, and that's because you men are liars.
Men are liars.
Yes, you people that you know. It's now very normal.
Okay. Well, I can't deny that men are liars.
Yeah.
What I would just say is humans in general are liars. Because if you ask a man now, he would also say something like, women are liars. But we know how it's like. And living in the city of Lagos, there is a difference to it. I would particularly say men, I wouldn't say men are gifted liars. Sometimes men can be dumb at lying.
I like that you're not denying it. I like that.
I wouldn't say we're gifted liars because some lies are pretty dumb.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to speak myself or start bragging about my ability to lie. But when I hear some kind of lies that women say that men told them or a man told them, like, you should have figured this about, your ability to figure out when you're in love with someone or you're in a relationship with someone, you might not exactly see when the person is lying to you.
What if the girl, that's her love language? If her love language is words of affirmation, trust me, she would not see it as lies. She will see it as, okay. I deserve it.
Let's talk about words of affirmation now. What is it like to you? It's your list, but we're going to start from there.
Okay, so words of affirmation is just basically like using your words to like encourage you. Could be as little as, okay, when you wake up in the morning, you are sending good morning text to your babe. Okay. You are saying, oh, hi babe, I love you. All those kind of things like, oh, I've been thinking about you. Or probably maybe like when your boyfriend or your girlfriend, when your partner is feeling down, you're like talking to your partner, you are encouraging him, just like, just giving them words that'll just cheer them up.
Okay. So where does the light come in there? Now I'm just trying to like figure it out. You said to encourage.
Good morning, my sunshine.
Is the sunshine the light?
Thinking, I'm not done. Okay. Good morning, my sunshine. I went to bed thinking about you. I saw you in my dream. I woke up thinking about you. I love you so much, baby. Whereas there's another woman that is cuddling.
Okay, wait. So there's something I told someone one day, and they were like, they didn't agree all through. So, do you? This is a little bit of diversion, though. Do you believe a man can be in love with a woman and still cheat on her? I remember the first time I invited you on podcast, it was on cheating, a choice or a mistake. So we're not going there, but just a little bit of diversion now.
To be honest, I don't know. I can't really speak for men, but I know men used to say, oh, a man, I know people say, oh, they are normal, they're polygamous, they're polyandrous in nature. Okay. Even if they can love you, but they still want to cheat. It's not their fault, blah, blah, blah. But me, I just feel like everything is BS. Someone that really, really, like, if you're everything that he wants in a woman, I feel like he shouldn't. I think you should just, okay, fine, this is what I'm looking for, and I've gotten it. Let me just stick with this.
Okay, well, that being said, that's actually very accurate. I mean, we had a conversation about it, and I think we were able to agree at something on that. But now let's go back to words of affirmation. Okay. So you said it's your list because men tend to lie. So let us not assume. Do you still believe that there are men? You raising your eyes like that is making it very confusing. Do you believe there are men who don't actually lie as much as the typical, I don't want to stereotype Lagos men, but the typical men lie? Do you think there are men who don't lie as much? Who actually give words of affirmation as per words of affirmation and they are not being deceitful about it?
I don't think so.
Okay. So if by any chance you're going to be selling, sorry, let me ask, do you have someone you're saying?
No, I don't.
Okay, so if at any point you're going to be settling down, you have it at the back of your mind that this guy is going to be full of lies.
Not like he'll be full of lies, but I will not like. I will trust him, of course. Yeah. But I don't know.
So when don't lie. For somebody like me, I have sweet mouth.
I feel like I'll just be laughing, like even if it's being, oh my lord, I'll just be laughing.
But do you know that can actually have a dent on the romantic part of your relationship? If you're not feeling the words as he's saying it. For me now, like I said.
But I feel like action speaks louder than the words.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So your action, it must match your words.
Yeah.
You can't just be talking and you're not acting.
Like saying I love you and doing things that doesn't indicate love.
Yeah, you're just acting
like being neglected, you're feeling neglected and he's also saying he loves you morning, day and night. You're feeling like you're not seen. It's still like the same as being neglected.
Telling me you love me, you're telling like 10 other people that you love.
Now I'm looking at it from this angle. Okay. Do you know, okay, would you agree with me that there are some men who do not particularly know how to love a woman, but they are in love with a woman? You're in love with someone, but you do not know how to precisely, or you don't know how to actually like that person as much as you love them. The feeling is there, the will is there. But the way you express your love, the language you speak, doesn't resonate with the person. So in the long run, the person is not feeling they're not feeling loved. Even though you feel so much love inside you, but they are not feeling loved. Do you think that's possible?
That's why you have to like know your partner's love language and speak it to them so they too will feel loved. Because for you to feel loved, that means they're speaking your love language. That's why you love them. Do you get like they are probably doing something for you that made you like, okay, I really like this person, I'm into this person. But you're not speaking their love language. So they're not, that's why. Like they're
So
not
communication comes in there.
Yes.
Talk to them about it.
And observe them. Like
Observe, okay. That is one thing. I think men are very terrible attention givers.
Yeah.
Not in general though, not all men, but I'm speaking for myself now. I think I have a problem with paying maximum attention to someone that I'm in love with. No matter how much I feel, no matter the love I feel, there are some things that just like pass me by. Like I don't see it. Then my attention gets called to it. I'm like, okay, is this it? Like I didn't know this made you feel like this. Maybe good or bad. Sometimes you do something and someone feels all excited about it, or your partner, let me say it now, feels very excited about it, but you're not attentive to see the excitement. It feels just natural to you. Then you do something not nice. You don't see it as not nice, but then you go on to. Then she comes back and be like, "This thing you've done is actually not nice." Like then you're like, "I didn't notice it." Things like that tend to happen. So the way when you said it now, you made everything go back to communicating. Yeah. So communication, I think it's a very, very important part of love relationship. It doesn't even matter if it's a romantic relationship even now. Friendships, even with your colleagues, your employers, communication is key. Like when it comes to relation, like relating with people, business, whatever, communication is actually key. Very, very important to be precise. So now we've talked about words of affirmation. Yeah. And the first one was what was the first one again?
That you said receiving gifts.
Receiving gifts. Thank you very much. So now let's talk about physical touch. You see that one, I really do not understand it, but when I checked, I saw taking walks together, holding hands is one for exactly. It. Do you get taking walks together, holding hands? Because the moment the typical Nigerian person, oh, let me not say Nigerian, this is stereotyping. The typical man or typical person, whatever, exactly. Would interpret, you know where I'm going at this.
I know where you're going. Even when you have
would interpret physical touch as sex.
Yes.
Like, okay, physical touch, sex. That is almost what it means to the Nigerian man. Now, I'm going to put myself out here now and say something about physical touch. For me, I have a problem with cuddling when I'm active. I know cuddling is one of it too. Yeah. Cuddling when I'm like maybe active. Maybe I'm on my phone or we're together watching a movie. I'm not the cuddly type in that kind of situation. Okay. But when we're in bed and like asleep, I just find myself like under you, kind of. I'm all like a cat when like we're asleep. And I tend to disturb your sleep in the process. Do you get? Especially if you're not a deep sleeper. Do you get? So that's for me now. And there are other people like that. But you see, for the sex, I don't talk about it. So let me hear from you first. So what do you think about physical touch as a love language?
I think physical touch is way beyond just sex. It's way beyond just cuddling. I agree with that. Like how I know that someone's love language is physical touch is like, for example, now you can be having a conversation with someone and they're like tapping you, they're like touching you.
I hate it.
That's their love language. That's how. That's like so. People with that physical touch, that is their love language. Holding hands with their partner, even with normal people, it just makes them happy. Like all those kind of things makes them happy. So I don't think it has to do with just sex alone.
Yeah. But sex is like sex happens for how many minutes?
I feel like most people, most guys, I won't say, oh, my love language is physical touch. They don't really know what physical touch is. Because they just say physical touch based on, oh, sex. Maybe just do, make everything just end.
But so after they say, what happens next?
Like that's the question. They should be like cuddling. They should be like
even before the sex.
Yeah, they should be like if you are with your partner, you guys should like. Though I know that yes, at times there's something called personal space. Like you want to just oh, babe, I'm busy. Like I need to get some things done. But like for example, now when you said when you are watching a movie, you don't like what's that? What's that? You need to work on it. Yes.
Now for that, we can be for me now. We can be together. Do you get? But I don't know, there's this mushy, clingy nature that I don't vibe with. Like, you said something about people talking to you. I'm like, what's up?
Yes,
I don't
no.
like it. Don't
It's
touch me.
physical
Talk.
touch.
That's for me
Even
now.
if they're not happy, it could just be as little as them just putting their hand on like your thighs or maybe like on your shoulders.
But now, me not liking it doesn't mean, okay, I think not liking it means I tolerate it. And it shouldn't be tolerance. It should be something you're okay with.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be tolerant. So for me now, physical touch, I'm all fan. I'm a fan of every other thing. And there's this part about walking too, taking walks together.
Yeah.
If we're taking a walk together on a private road, or not a private road now, somewhere not so crowded, we can hold hands. But all those market space kind of walk, the way it works for me, I don't want us to be side by side. Do you get? Because there are
the market, you
people
can't be
rushing in,
walking
and so
side by.
I prefer you being in front,
Yes, now.
me being behind. There was something I actually did a while back. That was like sometime in 2017 thereabout. I didn't even know it was a thing that could excite anybody at all.
Okay.
So it was just this natural protective instinct, do you get, that I have and had then. So we would walk together at night, and I would have her walking on the other side of the road. I'll be closer to you. But wait, now it was natural. It was not like I didn't even know it was a thing. So randomly one day she mentioned and said she liked that whenever we walked, I used to like stay at that. Even sometimes when I just like bring her back to the other side, like, okay, walk here, let me stay here. So when I thought about it, I was like, okay, wait, I'm putting myself in the danger zone and protecting you. Okay, this actually makes sense. So it encouraged me more to do it. So that actually came natural. Do you get? But she liked it. Do you get? So there are some things that comes natural for a guy that women actually like. But sometimes guys now, I'm speaking for guys now, we tend to find ourselves in situations where we are distracted by so many things in life. And the natural things we used to do, we stop doing them. Do you get? Things like that happen. I have an experience of stuff like that whereby you're going through one thing or the other and you are not doing the things you used to do anymore. Then it starts looking like you don't care.
But what if reverse is the case? How would you feel?
Exactly the same way the person felt. Do you get? I would feel unloved. If you used to do something that excited me and all of a sudden I see it going away, I would feel unloved as well.
Without any genuine reason.
There's always a reason. Like I said, going through some things that are obvious to you as well.
Okay, so if reverse is the case now and the girl has like a genuine reason, you won't feel unloved. You would understand like
I would feel unloved. Yeah. I would try to understand. But the understanding is not going to be very easy for me. So I would have to communicate it. Do you get? I'm this kind of person that likes to communicate things the moment they happen. I don't like want things to go far. You do something today, I tell you today. Well, sometimes I try to look away and follow patterns. So when it happens over and over and over, I just like, this thing has been happening for a long time. But that thing, when it leads to an argument with a woman, I end up losing, because when I say this thing has been happening, they be like, no, this is the first time. They're just that kind of thing. But losing the argument is not the issue. Fixing it is what is more important when it comes to arguments with women. With anybody, if you're arguing to actually talk about a problem that is existing, the main purpose of the argument should be to fix it and move forward, not to dwell on it. Because recurring arguments will lead to bigger fights. Then you guys will have to be like apart after a long time. So I try to avoid things like that. But we're not perfect. Even with your what's it called? Your caution and trying to be careful. If it's gonna break apart, it will break apart.
Yeah.
So it's been a good conversation so far. But let's talk about one more now. Okay, so let's talk about acts of service now. You said that's your favorite.
Yeah.
So what is like cooking you dinner?
Yeah, this was that. Like just the things that I can do for myself, you are doing it for me.
Yeah.
Like for example, now I'm waking up in the morning and then maybe you made breakfast for me. Okay, let me just give you like a scenario of something that happened to me. What made me to like, okay, there was this guy I once dated, and one of the things that like made me to go, I really like this guy. It was that particular day we were eating, we ordered food, and then when we were done eating, he took my plate to the kitchen. Like it was as little as just carrying my plate to the kitchen.
Can you even imagine that now?
And I was like, oh my god, because to me that's how I show my family that I like them. Like, oh, if I can carry your plate to the kitchen and do the dishes, I like you, go on. But if I don't, I'm a fuck you, that's your business. So it was like when he carried my plate, I was like, wow, like it was as little as that. It's not like as if he has not done other things. Like he had spent money, he had done things.
Yeah, I
But
understand
that
that.
wasn't my love
He
language.
wasn't even spending money.
Do you
It
get?
was nothing to him, probably.
Do you get the kind of play? Even when I told him, I was like, "Are you okay?" Like that. I just like it, like,
Yeah, that makes
because
sense.
it's something that I can stand up and do
And
it
do
by
yourself,
myself. But like, you are helping me to do it. It's just like, for example, now acts of service is a lot. Like, I don't know, it's just a lot. It could be
like
as
you have
little as
work overload and they're coming through to help you out with the
Do you
work from
get?
office, stuff like that.
Do you get?
Your let's say you live alone, they live alone. Tell them your gen is acting up and they
And then
call someone to come fix it.
It's
Stuff
something
like
that I
that.
can call someone
Yeah,
to
of course.
fix it, but they're like, no, don't worry, I'll
I
get
think
it sorted.
if any of the love languages make women feel protected the most, I think it's acts of service.
I think so.
Because
too.
you feel, I don't know, not speaking for women, just speaking from my own perspective, I feel like women tend to experience this security. Okay, this person can be there for me. And it goes as far as just the man. There are women who have brothers, like older brothers. I think women with older brothers, that's their most preferred if they're in good hands with them, because there's war in the house sometimes. But that's their most preferred love language, because you know when you're at home, you're trying to open a jar and you're finding it difficult. You go to your brother.
Yes, now
He opens it for you. Do you get as little as that? Or you want to cook and there's something he knows you want to cook. Then he just like sets the whole kitchen up for you. Maybe helps you take the yam
or even
from
cooks the food for me.
your brother.
There's
I'm talking
nothing
about
bad
brothers
now.
now.
There's nothing bad.
I don't think brothers are that nice, but maybe.
True.
I don't have the experience, but based on what I see and hear, it's just that. So acts of service, I think for me, I think I'm a little big on that as well. I
feel like women, they speak the act of service language more than men.
Okay,
In the
would
sense
you
that,
like
oh,
to
they
say
go to
more?
their boyfriend's house, like they wake up, they sweep the whole house, they clean the whole house, they do the laundry. Some ladies even go as far as doing laundry. I think some even go as far as washing curtains. I don't.
I won't be surprised. I am sure the viewers too won't be surprised about that. Like,
Yeah,
I would agree
that's
with
their
you.
love language, so I don't blame them.
Yeah.
So I would say women, they speak acts of service more than men do.
That will help for a debate though, but
yeah, especially like those traditional women.
now there's something I just want to like put out there, because I learned it while like studying for this and all. There is a difference. I think that there are two things that I'm about to talk about now. So there's a difference between there's this act of service that is actually different from act of service, like the cooking we first talked about. Cooking a meal for your woman is an act of service.
Yeah.
Buying your woman dinner, lunch, or breakfast is gifting.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think from what I read, I just thought, I think most people don't really get the difference in this. You buying it for her is gifting.
Yeah, it is.
Even though it's food.
Yeah.
You ordering, asking someone to come and cook, then you go give it to her. It's still, and there's something I love about women so much when it comes to loving a man. Something I've experienced a number of times that I like. It even encourages me a lot to cook. When it comes to food, I like cooking for a woman. And I don't like it when a woman does chores when she's around, except if you're staying for a long time. I don't want you to do any chores. Just come relax. I want to do the cooking. I want to be the guy in the kitchen. But even when I cook rubbish sometimes, women I know are very selective with food now. Do you get? Because I know women are very picky when it comes to food.
Yeah.
She will tell you she doesn't eat this, she doesn't eat that, she doesn't eat here, she doesn't eat there. But you're cooking your rubbish with pride as a man. I'm cooking. And you taste it and you're like, this is error. But she eats it, she'll probably joke about it and tell you what you did wrong. But she still eats it with love.
Yeah.
Do you get? In reverse with the case. Do you get? So that's why I said it's something I love a lot about women. Because if a woman should, by mistake, cook, miss something in the recipe, ingredient, or whatever, and the man eats it, if it happens once, maybe the man would forgive. But if it happens, for me, I've done mistakes cooking many times. Don't get me wrong, I'm a good cook. An average one, yeah, but a good cook. For a guy, I am. If you come to us, I can cook for you and cook proper meal. Any food.
I believe you.
You believe me. So I'm trying to like prove myself. So you say. So that being said, it's something I really adore and admire about women. The fact that if a woman comes to my house, maybe we're on a talking stage or something, and I cook for you and you don't like it, I'll probably just conclude
And you don't like me. Yes. I think I'll do the same. Like,
you don't like me?
No, you don't. Even if you don't like it, but at least I don't know.
Do you get?
Don't
You have
show
to
it
finish
too
that
much.
food. Eat it with
No,
love.
you might not even finish the food. No, the food might
Finishing
be
it is
bad.
important to me.
Nah, the food might be very, very bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Not for me though. It doesn't get so bad for me. So I think we've talked about 4 now.
Yeah.
And what's the last one?
We talked about
Words of affirmation, physical touch,
quality time
gifting,
is the last
quality
one.
time.
Yeah.
A good thing we put that
I
one
think that's
last.
a love language.
Me?
Yeah, from what you've said so far.
Okay, now you've been observing me. Is this therapy?
No, it's not therapy. It's just like
Okay,
I'm
tell
just
me.
listening.
Tell me.
Okay, I think the part where you talked about communication,
Yeah.
there's a part of quality time that speaks about communication.
Okay.
And the part where you talked about taking a walk, that's a
Okay.
part of quality time actually.
Yeah, true. True. Well, for me, it is. I'll put it on top. Maybe not as number 1, but 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Because I'm not clingy, but I love my woman around. Do you get? I'm not the type to be close to you physically all the time.
Yeah.
Do you get? But I like you walking around, give you a tap, those kind of stuff. I like it. I like meeting my woman at home. I'm not the type to like to go out much. But when I just step out, the idea of knowing someone is waiting for me. Do you get? And sometimes I wonder, when I start having kids, when I have a kid, what would that feeling be like? If I feel like this about just a woman, how would it be when she's more than one? She has another, then there's another. So it's always exciting for me. So I would agree with you that, yeah, it is right there on top. Yeah. So what advices would you give about this love language? Now I think we've talked about ourselves. We've talked about how people view it.
But we've not really talked about quality time.
Okay, let's go back to it then.
Okay, so quality time just has to do with spending time with your partner. Like some people now, like it could just be like 1 hour, maybe just 1 hour in a week that their partner will spend with them and they'll feel loved. Like, oh my god, I saw my man today, even though it was just for an hour. Do you get? So it could be as little as oh, attention to is part of quality time. When your partner is giving you attention.
Listening here.
Maybe like you guys are texting or you're on call and then she's talking to you, oh, how was your day? Oh, what did you do today? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Do you get? No matter how busy they are, they're still like making time for you, like, oh, okay, even if it's just 10 minutes, even if it's just 2 minutes, let me just talk to this woman.
We're still going to talk about this quality time then more, but we have to like take a break now. So we'll continue later. Welcome back, guys. This is the live event. So as you can see, I still have my guest here, Ummulkhaire, and we're going to continue the conversation on love language. So we've talked about almost every part of love language, but there are 2 parts I want us to like talk about again. I think let's say 2.5. But the first one is quality time. Let's have a conversation again and like an in-depth talk about it. So I have a question. Would you link sex to quality time?
No, I would not.
Okay.
I don't think sex and quality time, I don't think it's the same. Even though they go hand in hand, but like it's not the same. Sex is under physical touch.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with quality time. And there's one thing about like love languages, like people have more than one language. People can have more than one. It's just that like one would be the most preferred compared to the other one.
Yeah.
Do you get? So someone's love language can be physical touch and then maybe their second love language can be quality time. So they go hand in hand together.
With the idea of spending time together, which is quality time. So I think I did mention it, but in a different thought, people might have a different perspective. Like I just thought about it, like the whole idea of having sex. Sex is an activity that keeps memories. Like it tends to like keep memories alive, and time being spent together is about creating memories. Yeah. So I just kind of like, is there a possible link to it?
Nah.
Okay, fair enough. So another thing about quality time is, how do you think it works with people in long distance relationships?
They can create time for each other. I think quality time for people in long distance, I think it's like very amazing because at least you have the excitement of, oh, I'm going to see my man. I'm going to spend like a whole week with my man. Yeah. And there's one thing that they say about quality time. Like for example, now if you know your partner's love language is quality time, one of the ways that you can just like make your partner feel loved, apart from just spending time with them, it could be as little as telling them that, oh babe, write out list of things that you would like us to do, something that you know that makes your partner happy. For example, now if your partner likes to go to the cinema, and maybe she brings it up as a suggestion, even if it's not your thing, like just no problem. For example, now if a guy likes to watch ball and it's not really the girl's thing, but as far because my man, babe, let's watch
I like
this
that. I
match
think every guy
together.
likes that. The idea of seeing a game, but I think it is it's a two-way traffic. Based on my own personal experiences, I think if you and your woman, as a guy now, I'm talking to the guys now, if you as a woman enjoy watching football, it would be fun. Except, oh no, it will be fun still if you're supporting opposing teams or rival teams.
Yeah.
Like I've been with someone who supported. I'm a Barcelona fan. I've been with someone who supported Real Madrid, and it was all fun before. But at some point, I used to get angry because I'm a very emotional person when it comes to football match, and I think it's the same for many guys out there. I'm very emotional. So, despite the fact that she used to be someone who didn't really care much about maybe the team winning or not winning. You get it wasn't really a thing for her. But for me, if my team loses, I'll eat though. Food is not my problem. But I'll just be angry. I'll be pained. And you know what? One thing that is about me when I'm pained or distressed or unhappy, I like to rant about stuff. Okay. Just like women used to say, I just need somebody I'm ranting to, telling it's something for me too. Okay. So I don't consider it as something that makes you soft as a man. Okay. Because if you can vent out your inner emotions to someone, it's okay. Like for me, I do it with my guys mostly. And if I have a personal person, I do it with them as well. Do you get? Yeah. I rant, I talk about stuff. Although I select the kind of things I talk depending on our relationship and depending on your own understanding, the way I see you. Do you get? But it always helps. Okay, we're talking about physical touch earlier. Yeah. We're talking about long distance relationships.
With physical touch?
Yeah. How do you think that can work?
That's going to take a whole lot of understanding. Because for like most people that their love language is physical touch. Yeah. Like I said, most times it goes hand in hand with like quality time.
Sure.
Do you get? So like they want to like spend time with their partner. They want to like be in their partner's space, enter their partner's skin. Like they just want to like know everything. Seeing is believing to them.
Of course.
So I don't know, it might be hard, but I feel like if they try to like work things out, they can be able.
How would they work? How would they work out the
physical touch? More time for each other.
Okay, substituting quality time for the absence of physical touch.
No, you're going to bring both of them together.
Like meeting up.
Yes.
Do you think it would actually keep the relationship alive as much as it's supposed to?
I think it should.
If they meet, like maybe let's say once a year, twice
once a year.
Yeah, we have people who are like abroad and the partner is here.
No, if it's once a year, then their love language, their main love language, their primary love language is not. It can't be physical touch.
So it means it tends to not work in that situation.
Nah, only if maybe they would have like other people.
Okay, like a 4-man relationship.
Yeah. Or 6 or.
Are you a fan of that?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Have you been there?
For like me,
been in the 4. Maybe you didn't know, then you found out later.
No.
Okay. So would you encourage people in long distance relationships to maybe imbibe such?
I don't know. If you work for them,
you're staying in the middle.
If you work for them, I can't tell them what to do. I can't say no, don't do it.
Okay.
Because they will tell me what they want to do.
That I'm in a long distance relationship, but I have a very high sexual libido. I want to have sex as often as 2-3 times a month, at least. Do you get? But my partner is out there in a different country. Now, this is an assumption, no?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say that. So wrong perceptions don't come up. So in that kind of situation, I come to you, I'm like, okay, this is my problem. I love this person so much. I don't find any pleasure in cheating on them and stuff. But sexually, they cannot satisfy me.
Then you can teach them
how to satisfy me
when they're not there. Them what to, okay, if they are not there. Yeah. Me, I don't know. I would not really advise you having like a friends with benefit or having like another person. I'll just advise when you're honey, just carry babe, just pay and do your thing.
It's almost the same.
No, it's not the same.
How?
Friends with benefits or whatever.
Carrying babe is having multiple sex partners.
I'll just have like
this month.
And I'll just have like maybe 2 regular customers and you guys don't talk at all. It's not the same. Friends with benefits, you can talk about things. Oh, how are you? Have you eaten? How is your day? Okay. You can share ideas.
Now there's a tricky question coming up right now. would you be comfortable with that if you found out your man? Wait. The first question would be: are you comfortable with a long distance relationship?
I've heard I'll be seeing him like every month. I don't think.
Okay, then that question is not for you. I shouldn't have asked that question first. I shouldn't have asked that one, but I'll still ask the other one I want to ask. So, in that kind of situation, you find out because of your man's sexual life, he has two people or one person that satisfies him sexually, but they don't have a relationship. It's just for the sex. And you find out, would it break the relationship?
And like, there's nothing, like, they don't talk at all.
Yeah, it will be difficult to prove to you that that's just it. But it tells you that is it.
Okay, let me think about it. Would I be comfortable? And I'm not there.
You're not there. There's a distance between you.
Like how far? How far away?
State far.
State. I can travel. Far. You can travel.
Like Sokoto to Lagos.
That's not an excuse. You can still take flight. I can still travel.
With a busy work schedule.
You can still travel.
Okay, let's not delve too much on that.
Quality time.
I get it though. But we know what's going on out there, right?
But if it's like another country, maybe I would not mind. I just okay, no problem. But like there has to be like mad reassurance. So mad
talking
assurance.
About reassurance. Yeah. You know, reassurance is one of those things that has to do with words of affirmation.
Yeah, I know.
You said you were not a fan. So how would he reassure you without words? You definitely suspect he's lying.
Action.
How?
He can, for example, now he can imbibe quality time with it. Like I said, quality time does not just have to do with like seeing the person. It can be like talking online, texting every time, like telling each other what's up. So at least let me just know that me now, for example, I love attention a lot. When I have a partner, I want your undivided attention. Even when you're busy, like let me know that okay, babe, I'll be busy by this time.
Yeah.
Do you get? So like if you can just reassure me like, oh, I'm less busy right now. I know your schedule. I know, oh, this is what you're doing right now. This is what you're not doing. Oh. Or even when maybe you have them coming over or something, you can just tell me like, oh, babe, one of them might come over. Don't worry.
Are you sure?
I cannot. I just thought
you see that statement? I just like pictured it.
No, don't tell me.
Also, babe, tell me. One of the girls.
Don't tell me. But I think to some point, it's just a way. There's a way a man would.
Well, talking about it is very different from it happening. Like for real. So it's a different ballgame entirely. The thought of my man is with another woman, might be with another woman. Women don't really like to share that much.
That's why I would rather not even indulge in like something that is too long, something I know I can't work with.
Yeah, personally, I wouldn't advise anyone to go into a long distance relationship. Not because it won't work. It might work. There are many others that have worked that I have seen. But it's a lot. It's going to require you to sacrifice so much.
Yeah.
It's going to test your patience a lot.
And I think it has to do with the kind of partner that you're dating. So.
Yeah. But those things will still happen. Your patience will be tested. You have to make so many sacrifices. And if you can't give up those two things, it might just not work. So I'll just say, especially if you're someone still dealing with other things of life, just if you're going to do a relationship, don't do a long distance. It's not advisable.
Other things of life,
like you're still trying to like get yourself on your feet financially, trying to secure a job, stuff like that.
I think it could work out.
Yeah, like I said, it might, but I would really advise you not to. Do you get?
So my question is, why is it that most men, their primary love language is physical touch? Like they don't have any other love language other than physical touch?
Most men?
Yes.
Based on your experience?
Yes. I think men are just ashawos. I think they're just prostitutes.
Okay. Prostitute is a big word. Okay. I'll speak for myself then. I'll speak for the men I know. Do you get? And I'll probably... Okay, let me just start with this first. First of all, for me, I think that's a question of loyalty. That's where your loyalty, commitment, and I think, those two things. Because when you're committed to just one woman, you stay with just one woman. When you're loyal to a woman, you don't do things that will come off as betrayal to her. That's one. Then, being a love language for us, and it's just physical touch. I think based on the things we talked about before, physical touch for me is not like up there. Because I'm not the kind of person that is so clingy. I'm not the type of person to pressure you on sex. Even if we're living together or whatever, I'm not the kind of guy that pressures a woman on sex. Do you get? I don't, and my approach with any woman, whether as a friend or want to date, we can have sexual talks, yeah, but I'm not big on sex. I'm a lover of sex, yeah, but it's not top priority for me when it comes to choosing a woman I want to be with. And apart from that, now let's talk about other women. I think I can actually brag about not having or not moving toward many women sexually. I've spoken, I'm saying this on here, and I know there are many women out there that can say or that can actually vouch for me that I'm not the kind of guy that will come to them rudely on one way or the other, coming for sex or anything like that. And for the ones that I've dated, I think they can also attest to the fact that I'm not the kind of guy they have to worry about, cheating on them with other women. I'm not saying I'm loyal or I've been loyal all my life. Do you get? But I'm not the kind of guy that'll keep I'm not the kind of guy that'll keep a woman on her toes when it comes to that particular area. Now, speaking for other men, now I have friends, so I'm not going to put my friends out there. Do you get? I have friends who are like me, and I have friends who are certainly not like me. I remember like I think 4 years ago, a friend of mine told me he couldn't go a week without sex. Yeah. Do you get? No, 2 weeks without sex. Do you get?
People can't go days though.
Now you see how it is. And there are some women as well who are like up there. So that is one part. And I've also seen someone who said he's had over like 100 body counts in his life and he's not even 30 yet. Do you get? As a guy. But there are women like that too. So it's not that like one way. But based on what you said, do you get? Based on what you said about men having physical, I think men tend to derive, they feel like they are giving everything. And the only part where they receive is when it's sexually. That's to an extent. Because a guy who pays a woman's bills, who shows up for her and everything, he's doing like, finance in a relationship is a core part of it today. So he's taking care of a large portion of the financial life or the financial aspect of the relationship. And when he thinks about, okay, what do I get in return from this woman? It's not like she buys me gifts or pays for my car or my house bills or whatsoever. So it's just like the aesthetics of, okay, I'm dating this woman, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, okay, the only part where I actually derive pleasure just for myself is sex. And there's one thing about saying now, men generally, I don't know if women are like that as well, but men generally, when it comes to sex, we like varieties. We like varieties. I have
a question.
Okay.
So are you saying that the only thing that like a woman has to offer, or the only thing that you guys want from us is just the sex, or that's the only thing we have to offer?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is where a man derives maximum pleasure in a relationship. Okay. Sometimes it's the sex. Because if a man comes to you because of your looks, it's the sex. Yeah. If he comes to you because of your personality, and it's not a cap. There are some women, yourself that you're not up there. There's some women, you're not up there when it comes to the hottest, sexiest, prettiest woman. Do you get? And you see a guy coming to you, you should know to an extent. Okay, let me say a decent guy now, because some guys don't care what you look like. They just want to have sex with whatever has two legs. So a decent guy coming to you without, you know yourself, and he knows you're not like the prettiest woman, but he wants you, probably because of your personality, your career, or other features. That one might not primarily be because of sex, but it doesn't mean he's not going to go out to cheat. Do you get? Because if you're not his taste physically, he would find his taste outside. But then we also have women who are looking so sexy and everything, and the guy will still be out there. Do you get? So that's why I said men generally just like varieties. But everything just goes down to how disciplined you can be as a man.
But why is it good why is it understandable for a man to have varieties and we can't have varieties?
That's the society. And you see that society is empowered by women's opinion more. If you look at women being disloyal or the infidelity when it comes to women, the biggest attackers sometimes, or the attackers that hurt most or get popular most is other women. Yeah. You see other women calling other women out, and that thing is disgusting because, hello, I mean, you people, there's something you guys have in common. You should be able to like understand. That's why you see men sometimes when a man like burner boy issue now, guys are like aliening. Do you get? But women don't really like women. Yeah. And women that's something I've always believed. Men don't like women. No, men like women. No.
You guys just like us for like just
but we like you still.
Other parts.
We like you still. Even
genuinely, you people don't like us.
Okay, so what do we now like?
Just the physical touch.
But we still like you. And for that physical touch, we can go mouse. You know, right?
Yeah.
There are men who would turn the world upside down because they want to get in bed with you.
Normal.
Do you get?
Burna Boy now said they was going to buy Lamborghini.
No, that one was a scam, a daylight scam. But there are men like that will tell you, they will fly you to anywhere because they just want to get down with you. But when it comes to women with women or women with men, we know sugar daddy is a bigger talk than sugar mummies. In fact, sugar mummies have strict terms and conditions. And it's always difficult for those who have the experience. Oh, sugar daddy should be strict too.
No. Women are meant to be taken care of. They're meant to be pampered.
Okay. It's been a good conversation so far. Thank you for coming on. I think we have to like draw the curtain here. So guys, we have to go now. And thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in to this amazing podcast. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you had fun. I hope you were able to laugh. So I would really appreciate your likes, your comments, your sharing on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Share, like, and comment. Let us know how you feel about this episode. And see you next time. This is A Life with Lens.